but now she got her own little personality. So
Yeah, like enjoy it while they still kind of in reach though. Because when them feet start moving, boy, it's really chasing, dog.
as soon as her feet start moving, she on the basketball court and the football field.
I already know it. But shit, we can get into it. You ready, man?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Once again, for the great minds of now, I'm talking about 4 for 10. Got the homie Tracy with me. What up, man?
What's up? What's up?
And you go by just Tracy, right? And no,
Yep.
no nicknames or nothing, just Tracy.
Oh, it's Tracy. That's it. Keep it simple.
I got you. I got you. What you repping? What's your squad? What's your hood? Where you from?
So squad, I got two. Pretty much Chopper City now and Ground Zero. I'm from Florida. Moved out here a couple years ago. Um, but that's pretty much it.
Okay. Okay. What sports you played growing up?
So first sport ever was baseball. I started out as a pitcher, but that was just because kids can't hit that far. So I was fast, able to get to the ball. Um, and then once I got to high school, I moved to center field. So I played baseball pretty much all the way throughout my senior year.
Hmm.
But then it was next was football and then basketball.
Okay.
Ran a little bit of track, but grades wasn't that good, so I always got kicked off the track season.
So you never you never got to run events. What events you would have ran? You know? Or you don't even know.
I would have ran the 4x1 and 100.
Okay. Okay. You know that always piqued my interest. I was gonna ask another
Yeah.
question. You track around me.
Yeah.
All right. Any semi or college after high school?
Basketball.
Okay.
So I played college basketball and I played a little bit of pro basketball after.
Okay. Where'd you go for college? Where'd you go to college?
So I went to Florida Southern. So I actually went JUCO first and then Florida Southern, pretty much then. And then, I had the big opportunity, but didn't play. Everybody knows about that one. So,
Well, I mean, everybody don't know. Go ahead and break it down. Is that like a
so Florida State, but didn't play.
okay, okay, okay. And semi-pro, where'd you play? Well, pro ball, where'd you play after college?
So I played in a bunch of different places. Like so it's this team based out of Florida, but you go and travel overseas and stuff like that.
Okay, okay. Um, what's I guess the coolest country you played in?
Mm, that's tough because I mean you do so nah because it's definitely not those. Like the world countries definitely not because those war zones, so you get paid a little bit better. But I really don't have a favorite,
Okay.
but um, yeah, I don't have a favorite.
What's the biggest difference between, I guess, playing over there? Like, I guess the crowd seems more.
So what a lot of people understand, like when they always say like, oh, I can go play pro. Um, biggest difference is every country think of like American players as the best players all around, which I mean is not always necessarily true, but they keep a cap on American players you can have.
Oh, okay.
So it's unless you got that dual citizenship, most countries only allow you three.
Hmm, okay. So it's still limited spots then.
Correct. Yeah. So that's why I said it's not as easy as you know what people think. And then being a smaller guard, like you have to go out there and show out. If like you're not putting up points, you're not helping out on defense, you're not assist, you out of there because they're gonna bring another guy that's like 6'5" that can do what you can do.
Yeah. And you got high expectation coming from America.
Yeah, already.
Okay, okay, okay. How long you been playing flag?
Um, so I would say so continuously it'd be at about 8 years. I started trying to play it in like 2011, like intramurals and stuff.
Mhm.
But like competitive like this has been about 8 years.
Okay, okay. Well, shit, we can get into the 10 questions. Good.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. What's your favorite format?
Fours,
Fours.
fours.
Okay, first time. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So fours is what so being from Florida, that's what we start out with. Fours and fives. It's really no big ball like that in Florida. Like coming out here playing ace was my very first time was with y'all.
Oh,
But other
wow.
than that, yeah, I started out in fours and fives. Fours is different. It's same field as fives, one less person, so everything has to be man. You can't run. You really can't run a zone out in fours.
Okay. And I mean, I think that's what everybody like about small ball, the way it kind of
Yeah,
isolates you, makes you really show. Offense
yeah,
and defense really makes you really show who you are.
yeah. I mean, especially with fours, you have that one person rushing just like five, so same exact rules. But with fours, you got a little bit more space because you don't have that extra person. So you gonna send somebody deep, you're gonna have somebody short, and then somebody in the middle. If you run that zero route like we normally do in fives, if you miss a flag, you likely to score every time.
And it's funny because the sport is about missing flags, but like you say, in fives and fours, you miss a flag, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
All right, ideally, what position do you want to play when you pull up?
receiver. So I got my time. So like everybody see me playing QB, and they'll ask me to play QB, but ideally, like I hate playing that shit. I hate playing QB. But like if that's what the team needs, then that's what I do. But receiver, I like catching the zeros, running posts. I hate running digs and shit like that. Let me run or give me the ball quick so I can make something happen.
Who's the best quarterback you've played with?
So there's two. If the guys on the tournament scene will know him, not too many guys up here, but my guy Chris Miller from Orlando. He was one of my first QBs that I started playing out when I started traveling. And then a QB from up here would be Guy Myers. So he's a pro QB in the UFL and stuff like that. Just the way he throws the ball. Um, got a very great deep ball, puts a lot of velocity on the ball. Like you got to catch it. Like it be coming so fast, you thinking the whole time, like you don't even got time to think. You got to put your hands up, and it's there.
Okay. You damn near protecting your face.
Yeah.
Okay. Your best and worst tournament.
My best tournament would have been Worlds in 2022. Fives, five co-ed. We got all the way to the championship game. We just had a really good squad, for waiver claims. Um, we just played really well. We ended up losing the championship game by I think about like 10. But that was like my first real big tournament. Because I had been to those tournaments, but it had never been like that before.
And where was that
Uh,
at?
Orlando.
Okay.
Well, Tampa, my fault.
Okay.
Um, my worst tournament, I got two. And I necessarily didn't play bad. It's just, the outcome. So Chicago
Hmm.
2022. Um, we took
That's not
grounds.
that's not Texas didn't go with you, did it?
Yes.
That's funny because that was his he was saying that was a tournament that turned him into the dog.
Yeah. So Chicago 2022, like there was a lot of expectations for ground zero. It was nationals. So we came out and we blew every team out,
Hmm.
pool play. Um, we were winning by 30, 40. And then so we get to the field and guy from Game Changers is like, yo, I bet on y'all big. Like, y'all got the best team out here. Everybody's saying Kings of Florida is good, but he was like, I think y'all got it. So come to semifinal game, everybody's hyped. And we had just finished winning, a couple had just finished winning with VA Elite. We just won nationals with VA Elite 8 co-ed.
Hmm.
And so, we were hyped, ready to go in. And then right before the game, something just fell off the energy and we lost.
Damn.
We lost to a team that we shouldn't have lost to. They just came out energy. They beat us by like two or three touchdowns.
Hmm.
So it was bad. And then just seeing them in the championship game against team of Florida, Kings of Florida, and just seeing how close the game was.
Oh,
But
so
then
y'all didn't lose to Kings of Florida. Y'all lost before y'all got to
we
Kings.
lost it before we got to Kings of Florida
Damn.
to a team that we had already beat like bad.
Damn. You think y'all was looking ahead?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially with the dude coming to us, like he came to us. He was like, "Yo, if y'all win this game," he was like, "definitely look for more stuff to me. Me, you, and Rel gonna talk after this." So
Hmm.
me and Rel already had that in the head. We had kind of boosted it up a little bit, in the huddle. Everybody was hyped and just came out very flat for the we got the ball first. I think we went 3 and out,
Mm.
like just running like sideline. Like I think I caught one pass on the sideline, and then instead of keeping it on the sideline, I tried to cut to the middle of the field. And if I would have kept the sideline, I was gone. But
Mm.
and then um, another tournament would have been ECN 2023. So East Coast, another same thing. We came out playing Mean Machines. Chris Hughes, very good quarterback, but we was beating them by 2, 3 touchdowns.
Mm.
They switched and put Pablo at QB, and Pablo came out, did his thing. They ended up beating us by 1, and then after that, we lost every game because energy was down.
Damn. It's funny, so like, who lost the stick with you, boy.
Yeah,
Where's me? Yeah, I do. Man, it was hurt, man.
yeah. It's just like with Ground Zero, we could never get over that semifinal hump, and I think that's kind of like where everybody stopped, wanted to try different things. And, sevens is in tournaments, big ball is really kind of like fading away. So with sevens, that's what we were. So we really haven't been back to a
Mm.
tournament since then.
Okay, okay. You prefer turf or grass?
So I've never played on turf until I got out here.
Okay,
Florida, we don't have them turf fields, so it's definitely grass.
okay, okay. Basketball or flag? Which one are you better in, and which one, if you had to pick, would you continue playing?
So I'm definitely better in basketball. But I would say flag is just at this point in my life, flag is just more exciting for me, you know. So I would definitely pick flag. So many things you can do to, I mean, basketball too. There's so many things you can do to change the game, but you know, um, I mean, if I was in Florida, maybe, you know, because I do a lot of stuff with my family. It would be basketball. All of us hoop, but I don't. I mean, you've never seen, but I'm the shortest out of all my brothers. All my brothers over 6 foot.
A word.
Yeah, brothers, cousins. Like I think my shortest one like 6'3".
Okay.
So I'm definitely the smallest. So playing basketball with them and having that chemistry, it's always fun. So we used to do men's leagues when we were home and stuff together. So if I was still in Florida, it'd be basketball. But out here, just because of all the people I've met and stuff like that, football is definitely more fun.
It's funny because I joke saying basketball because I can still contribute so much more on
Mm-hmm.
the basketball court compared to football, so to say. But like you said, but the people and the camaraderie with football,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take football. I be joking with dogs like, yo, just let me get that first drive. I'm chilling after the dog. We good.
I tell everybody like I'm getting old now. I don't be out there as much. Like when I first moved out here, I was out there every day of the week.
Yeah.
Now you guys may only see me like once or twice a week.
I'm the same way. You see me one time with cleats and the
Yeah.
other time just recording, nigga. I'm just out here. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm good with that though. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's the camaraderie, man. Like I really do fuck with a bunch of people I'll be out here with. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I got a little joke with my wife. She'll be like, "How long is the game?" We'll be like, it's maybe like 30 minutes, an hour, depending on the format." And then she was like, "Yeah, it's gonna take you 20 or 30 minutes to get there. You're gonna play an hour game. Then you're gonna talk for about 30 minutes. And then it's gonna take you 30 minutes to get home."
shit, nigga, I'm worse, nigga. I get, you know me, I get to the field when the shit start. Nigga be like, what time your game? I'm like, yeah, we playing noon. Like, nigga, it's 8. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So most of the time, it's just fun just watching the games.
yeah, yeah, real shit, real shit. All right, head top outrunning someone or ankles? Which one feels better?
The ankles for sure, for sure. Ankles for sure. Just, I mean, it used to be the outrunning somebody on just like the straight speed, but you've seen it. I got so many flags for throwing up a little peace sign. So, so I don't even be trying to do it no more. So it's definitely the ankles now.
Okay, okay. Um, last player to outrun you, and who is the top five players you know? I was gonna say FXA, but you can go and sprinkle some people that I won't know because more people watching. So yeah, I want to know who was the last time you got outran and who was the by in top five. Fastest.
So Velt was the last person to outrun me.
Who was that?
Velt. So Velt plays on Team USA.
Okay.
He plays like the double QB. Definitely one of the top players in flag. But we were playing gauntlet, so it was me, Ahmad, um, and we were playing them in this championship game actually in five gauntlet. So five gauntlet is half a field. Um, it's very fast paced. So once one person scores, field flips, ref set, you go.
Mm.
So I rushed them. So Odie was rushing, Chris. I rushed Velt, and Velt just hit the sideline. They scored. Is what it is. I mean, nobody's going with Velt. Everybody's like not surprised if he outruns you.
Was it a bad angle? Was it just straight speed? Was it
Nah,
bad time?
Velt is very.
It's Velt.
It wasn't no
Fuck all that.
bad.
It's Velt.
It wasn't no. So Velt will try to play with you in the backfield, but like he gives you one move. That one move, he creates so much separation off of that, and then it's hard to recover. Like if you go past him one step or you overplay it, it's gone. It's kind of like Walu. Like if you overstep like one, if he makes you miss that one time and he goes straight for it, Walu like they dance around in the background back too. So with him, if you miss that one time, it's gone. So same thing with Velt.
Okay. Okay. Who's give me top five.
Top five athletes,
Fastest.
top five fastest. So definitely Velt is up there. Pink Hat. So Lamar is definitely one. Um, so Chris Rainey. So I went to high school with Chris Rainey.
Okay.
Um, I forgot his name. I can't even think of it right now, but he also played at Florida, track
So
star.
Randy's from Florida also, right?
Lakeland, yeah,
Gators.
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
But there is another player. For some reason, I'm drawing a name blank. Um, hold on, let me see. Jeff Demps
Okay. Where's he from?
from Florida as well. He went to South Lakes High School, so they were in our district. So when I was a 10th grader, he was a senior. Um, but he was one of the fastest people, probably the fastest person I've ever seen
Hmm.
or played against. Like I said, so I didn't play that game. It was our homecoming game. Man had 4 touchdowns by itself. I think we won at the very end on like a go ball
Hmm.
to one of my homeboys. But he is probably the fastest person I've ever seen.
Okay. Okay.
He played at Florida the same year as Chris Rainey. So he was the main running back outside of Chris Rainey. Um, but yeah, it's probably him. And then my fifth
Who's your fastest FXA player?
fastest FXA playing right now,
Mhm.
probably Ahmad.
Okay. Okay. And it's funny because I think about him and Walu the same. Like you say they play with you or whatever, but the amount of distance they create on the move, but it's like that first step after that move. Cause like I said,
Yeah,
every once in a while I can get somebody with the dead leg, but my momentum be holding me back, so I can't get out.
yeah,
Their first step creates so much space. Walu and Lamar, their first step creates
yeah.
so much space after they do that move on you, that and then it's the speed. You know what I
Especially
mean?
like if you like so everybody always knows like you can Ahmad loves running that hitch that first play, but sometimes he's gonna change it up and run that hitch and go. If you bite on that hitch, and then as soon as he takes off, it's hard to catch up on that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's funny because like the first time I seen the ball, I like, yeah, this is cheat code. I mean, when I first started playing, I seen Walu. I was like, okay, this shit different. And then, like I said, when I seen the mod, like I was like these, and so that's when I started seeing all the other type of moves. Like with Walu, it was still like regular old natural, just regular old football moves with the shiftiness. You know what I mean? But with a mod, it was all the dipping in. That's when I started seeing more, and I started going to more tournaments, seeing y'all playing small ball. So I
yeah,
started seeing more ways to see niggas missing flags. And then the mod just and it's the expectation of these players also. It's like, oh, mod or like niggas like, oh, he gonna do this, and then the nigga be doing the shit. Like that.
yeah.
Oh shit. All right, so favorite cleats and jersey.
So my favorite cleats would be
You go through some clicks, right?
yeah, yeah,
You keep a fresh pair, so to say, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Um, favorite pair is probably gonna be the Odells.
okay.
I don't wear them as much now because I be rolling my ankle every time I put them joints on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't wear them as much no more. But it's definitely Odell's just because you know there's so many different ways. So it has like the little patches on it where you can take them off and put them on. So there's different ways you can customize them and stuff like that. So it's definitely that. And then favorite jersey is going to be my purple one, my purple tribal jersey. Just because so my grandmother is the one that put us all into sports. Like she was big on sports. So as soon as you turn 3-4 years old, you're playing sports. And
Do you
she's
know whether
at
she was? Do you know whether she was an athlete growing up also, or what?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So I'm the oldest grandkid, always, that was the favorite until, the youngest was born. So like I was always around my grandmother. I lived with her for a little bit. She passed in 2022.
Hmm.
So Worlds in 2023, no, 2022 Worlds. I went back down to Florida and I created a team with just my family playing small ball. And I added Rel and Colin, but because I consider them family in Bonte, Texas. But they got to meet, my actual Florida family, like my actual blood. So, I created a jersey, a tribal jersey, being Hawaiian and everything. So it had like a Hawaiian warrior head and tribal going down that. So that jersey does mean a lot to me. Just because, like I said, she passed around that time. So
That's fine. That's dope. That's dope. Salute. But yeah, 4 for 10. Um, so we doing fours, we doing fives, we're not doing eights. What we doing fours?
let's go fours.
Okay, okay. Who's throwing the ball? How are you lining up? What line? Yeah, who's throwing the ball? Where you lining up?
All right. So a lot of people I haven't here played for. So like I said, I would use Chris Miller from Orlando. Um, it would be it's gonna have so you're gonna have 4th and 10. You're gonna have two on the outside. One run like a dig in the middle of the end zone. One run to the front of the end zone and out. So I mean in. So and then the center, you kind of have him run delayed corner route and then by that time everybody forgets about the center.
Okay.
The center will be wide open in the back of the end zone to the
Okay. So which
left.
one? Where are you lining up at? Which one is you?
I'm at center.
Are
I'm
you
at
doing
center.
center? Okay.
Yeah, I'm at center.
All right. Cool. Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. Like the watching the changing of the game, like how important the center is nowadays, regardless
Yeah,
of what you play. Even the eights, like the center is essential. Even if you're not running spread, the center is still a weapon.
especially because like if you see me run centers like when I play center, whether it's DM when I play DMV stars, I'm always the center.
Mm.
When Van and them are out there, so when I would run the little quick out routes, what I would do is you always wait for the rush to go past. I would always let them go past me. And then whatever side the rush is coming from, that's the side I run my out to. So Van would tell me, you choose.
Mm.
I'd run that out. And by that time, the person is forgetting about me because everything else has already went down the field. And then I'm just by myself.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Well, yeah, man. That's 4 for 10. I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate
This is dope, man.
it.
Yeah, no fly zone finished their season at 5-3. All smoke moved on to 6-1, and FDK is sitting at 4-3. We play prime time at 10 o'clock for shits and giggles next week. And all smoke can actually end FDK's season at 11 o'clock. That sound like hate, but that's just, yeah. Yeah, a couple good 4 for 10s on the way. If there's someone you want to see or some questions you want to ask or whatever, put some in the comments. What I'm talking about. So yeah, we out. Like you know, it's gonna be your day when you're facing off, and he on the other side. Like
Oh man, man, that's tough. I got a couple players. I know Walu was one when I first played him.
mm,
Um, like his stop and start. I mean, if you gamble a little bit and you miss, you ruined it.
yeah,
There's no recovery.
I know that he's shifty, but his first step afterwards is like he covers a lot of ground afterwards. Man, that's what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
like a lot of people they can make you miss, but they're not gonna get out of that as fast as he do. Like you said, if you gamble, he's damn near gone.
oh yeah. His start and stop speed's crazy. And maybe not. He's probably like the most like to me that brings the hardest challenge to
I
me
have
as
to
a
be at
rusher.
receiver.
Yeah, you're a receiver. Yeah.
Okay. We're at the 40.
I mean, when you leaving the huddle, where you telling them you gonna line up at then? If that's the case, where you gonna line up at then?
I'm going at quarterback. I'm giving myself all that space. Everybody's going deep, and I'm running. Like,
Okay. Okay. I like that.
but because this is how it normally is, right? On the big field, this is how people normally play me. On the big field, it's one of the two things. The only person who really played me at like a steady spot is Odie, and that's because Odie and I like go stride for stride. But like everybody else, after I catch that first screen, everybody come up.
Okay.
And then that's when you start seeing the safety help over top. Right? Not saying that it's for me, but it's shaded now that you know that, like, okay, well, he's looking at me now. So where's Trey at?
No more Sunday mornings for you, right?
No, I'm on a roster, but we'll see what happens. You know, I'm always on a roster, so you'll see me pop out for playoffs.
These are facts. These are facts. All right, man. Well, yeah. Good to see you, man.
You too.
All right, go.
Appreciate it.